Pistol shot rang out in the ballroom night. Enter Patty Valentine from the other hall. She sees the bartender in a pool of blood, cries out, "My God, they've killed them all." Here's the story of the hurricane, the man the authorities came to blame for something that he never done. Put in a prison cell, but one time he could have been the champion of the world. 3 bodies lying there, does Patty see? Another man named Bellows moving around mysteriously. "I didn't do it," he says, and he throws up his hands. "I was only robbing the register, I hope you understand. I saw him leaving," he says, and he stops. "One of us better call up the cops." So Patty calls the cops, and they arrive on the scene with their red lights flashing in a hot New Jersey night. Far away in another part of town, Ruben and a couple of friends of his are out driving around. #1 contender for the middleweight crown. Had no idea what type of shit was about to go down, till the cop pulled him over to the side of the road. Just like the time before and the time before that. In Patterson, that's just the way things go. If you're black, you might as well not show up on the streets if you want to draw the heat. Alfred Bello had a partner, he had a rap for the cops. Him and Arthur Dexter Bradley were just out prowling around. He said, "I saw 2 men running out who looked like middleweights. They jumped into a white car with out-of-state plates." And Miss Patty Valentine just nodded her head. And the cop said, "Wait a minute, boys, this one's not dead." So they took him to the infirmary. And though this man could hardly see, they told him he could identify the guilty man. In the morning and they haul Ruben in. They take him to the hospital and they brought him upstairs. The wounded man looks up through his one dying eye. Said, "Why'd you bring him in here for? He ain't the guy." Here's the story of the hurricane, the man the authorities came to blame for something that he never done. Put in a prison cell, but one time he could have been the champion of the world. Four months later, the ghettos are in flames. Ruben's in South America fighting for his name, while Arthur Dexter Bradley's still in the robbery game. And the cops are putting the screws to him, looking for somebody to blame. Remember that murder that happened in that bar? Remember you said you saw the getaway car? You think you'd like to play ball with the law? You think it might have been that fighter you saw running that night? Don't forget that you are white. Dexter Bradley said, "I'm really not sure." Cop said, "A poor boy like you could probably use a break. We've got you for the motel job and we're talking your friend Bellows. You don't want to have to go back to jail, you better be a nice fellow. You'll be doing society a favor. That son of a bitch is brave and getting braver. We want to put his ass in the stern. We want to pin this triple murder on him, 'cause he ain't no gentleman, Jim." take a man out with just one punch, but he never did like to talk about it all that much. It's my work, he'd say, you see, I do it for the pay, and when it's over, I just assume be on my way up into some paradise where the trout streams flow and the air is nice, and ride a horse along the trail. But then they took him to the jailhouse where they trialed a man into a mouse. Now all of Reuben's cards were marked in advance. The trial was a pig circus, he never had a chance. The judge made Reuben's witnesses drunkards from the slums, and to the white folks who watched, he was a revolutionary bum. And to the black folks, he was just a crazy nigger. No one doubted that he pulled the trigger. No, they could not produce the gun. The DA said he was the one who did the deed, and the all-white jury agreed. Now Reuben Carter was falsely tried. The crime was murder one, and guess who testified? Bill and Bradley, and they both boldly lied. And the newspapers, they all went along for the ride. How can the life of such a man be in the palms of such fools' hands? To see him obviously framed, doesn't it make you feel ashamed to live in a land where justice is a game? In the coats and the ties are free to drink martinis and watch the sun rise, while Reuben sits like Buddha in a 10-foot cell, an innocent man in a living hell. Yes, that's the story of the hurricane, but it won't be over till they clear his name and give him back the time he's done. Put in a prison cell, but one time he could have been the champion of the world.